Since the beginning of time, there have been ongoing battles. Good versus evil, man versus woman, Apple versus PC, the Audi A4 versus the BMW 3 Series versus the Mercedes-Benz C-Class. And now Mercedes-Benz have launched their latest attack in that particular war, the all-new C-Class. And it is an all-out assault. New design, new technologies, new engines, a new interior, and a new take on what's possible in this hotly contested corner of the market. The latest C-Class isn't one of those cars that takes a bit of getting used to, or one that requires a bit of driving before you discover its talents. You only have to look at it to know that it is something special, because it is beautiful. Strangely, that seems to be a source of some of its criticism. A lot of people say this car looks too much like an S-Class. Using similar design ideas across their entire range is something manufacturers have been doing for a while now with impunity, and it is something that's easy to complain about, but quite frankly, if the results look this good every time, I'd encourage it. The C-Class is one of those cars that gets the kind of attention that isn't usually in keeping with its mass market position. But that's not really that surprising because it's a sleek, slippery looking machine with details that keep you staring. When I first saw it, I thought it could look a little odd from some angles, but take it all in at the same time and there's no denying it has a certain something that its competition just doesn't, and it stands out from the rest in the way that the old one just couldn't. And the improvements don't stop there. Once you're in the car and on the move, there's a lot more to enjoy, like the 2-litre turbo motor. The ride setup is a little on the hard side. It's not helped by a rather firm driver's seat, but to give you some idea, this car is the Maria Sharapova of its class. Always looks good and generally performs very well. Like a lot of other manufacturers, Mercedes-Benz has issued two versions of the same motor. The C200 has the lesser of the two, with 135 kilowatts and 300 newton meters, while our C250 test car has 155 kilowatts and 350 newton meters. Without having driven the less powerful one, I'm almost willing to bet they're as good as each other in terms of drivability. The in-gear acceleration is its biggest strength, helped by the 7G-tronic automatic gearbox, and it is a flexible motor that adapts itself very easily to whatever driving mood you happen to be in. And chances are, given what's going on in here, that mood will be a relaxed one. Mercedes-Benz, being Mercedes-Benz, like to bang on about the driver assistance features of this car, the intelligent LED headlights, the automatic braking, the collision avoidance systems, and the technology is really impressive. But it's not good enough to overshadow this car's real strength. And that is the interior. The materials and the layout are fantastic, the design is even better, and it's thorough in its execution and attention to detail, like the way the air conditioning vents are finished off and the way they click into place. That's the kind of thing you'd expect in an S-Class, but gives this C-Class another edge over its competition. The space is also worth mentioning. The rear passengers get their fair share, but the dashboard design carves out extra room for your co-driver as well. All of that adds up to something that the BMW, the Audi, and even the Jaguar XF can't quite match, and that is a genuine sense of luxury. You can argue about the spec, you can compare the toys, you can work out which one offers the best value, but in terms of which one has the best driving environment, the C-Class beats them all. And a good interior is one of the most important things in any car. It's the most obvious physical link to the machine, the place that gives you a sense of real enjoyment, be it in the stripped-out interior of a performance car, or, as it is in this case, the comfortable, well-constructed and effortlessly stylish cabin of the C-Class. They've done a phenomenal job. BMW, Audi, Mercedes-Benz, they've all released small sedans over the last little while, and they all offer very convincing packages and the same sort of features as the bigger cars, just less space, at a better price. So it raises an interesting question. Why would you opt for an A4 over an A3 sedan, for example, or a 4 Series over a 2 Series? But the same equation just doesn't apply to the C-Class versus the CLA. And that's because, quite simply, as good as the CLA is, it feels very much like an entry-level Mercedes-Benz compared to this car. The company has separated the two classes completely. The C-Class combines cracking good looks, a superb interior and a good drive in a way that the CLA and the BMW 3 Series and the Audi A4 for that matter just don't. For as long as the battle has been raging in this particular corner of the market, the BMW 3 Series has had the edge, although I suspect that's got more to do with its driving dynamics than anything else. The new C-Class might not be the most involving thing in the world, but because it is such an impressive all-round package, it is the best car in its class. The 2-litre turbo motor is a flexible unit that delivers power and good cruising ability equally well, helped by a decent 7-speed automatic gearbox. Although the ride can feel a little hard at times, the combination of good looks, a spacious and luxurious cabin, and a good drive means the new C-Class is the class leader.